Welcome to the Scene Snobs podcast.
Yes!
We did it!
It worked. It did. We're here.
So
He
exciting.
called us. We were summoned and we're here. It's Tuesday.
You guys, you all brought us here.
Yeah, it's
You did that.
We do this because we know you love us.
Absolutely.
And we
Almost
hate
as much
you.
as we love us.
We hate you.
I don't actually hate
All
you at
of
all.
you.
Nope. I
No,
love you.
I don't
I
love
completely love you.
I don't love anybody and I don't hate anybody. I mildly put up with people.
He puts like attempted interest into it.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Me. Yes, so we are the Scene Snobs.
Hi, everyone.
I'm Nick Manhattan.
I'm the madman, Casey Plow.
And we're back again for another episode. And I'm swiveling a lot. I feel like
You
I'm like
really are.
kirking a lot.
You're going
This
hardcore Kirk.
I'm gonna hardcore Kirk and I'm gonna leave that
All right.
banner up to hide my giant belly.
So does that mean I have to talk like this? Damn it, Jim.
Yes, it does. You have to pull Spock and you have to pull. Well, we have a special guest today, so we're gonna let him be your.
Ooh, yeah, he should be. He's got them legs.
He's got them legs. I've seen him. Consider it done.
And he knows how to use them.
What time you open? Sorry.
That's terrible.
We are going to get to our special guest, Mr. Paul Dunn, in just a little bit. Let's get to the show. First and foremost,
Yes.
I'm a little annoyed by our viewers.
Okay. What happened?
Our Halloween prize challenge
Yeah.
for this very awesome
The sweet pillowcase.
horror movie pillowcase,
Yeah.
which I'm going to give Paul a chance
That
to
one right
answer. And if he doesn't answer correctly, we're still going to keep it going. I'm not putting on a new challenge until somebody answers this question.
This is a rollover challenge.
Rollover challenge. And I have lots of gifts.
That doesn't mean you have to physically roll over. That won't mean anything.
So right now we have two challenges. Yes, you do have to roll over, actually.
Oh,
Right now we have two challenges going on. And the other prize is this other pillowcase, which I think is money sweet. It's
yeah.
Halloween 2 pillowcase. Trust me, I have more than pillowcases to give out, but we have to give these gifts out before we get to the good stuff.
But we can give that gift to me because that's an amazing pillowcase.
I mean, if you send me a scare video and tag me on all of our thing and you're the only one, then you'll get it. I don't care.
So what's
I
that
will
one more
cheat
time
this.
for that challenge?
So here's the two challenges.
We got two challenges.
First challenge. Now I'm opening it up. You can message us anywhere for the first challenge. First challenge is tell me how many people in the entirety of the Friday the 13th franchise, including the reboot. So that's 1 through 9, Jason X, Freddy versus Jason, and then the reboot. So how many off-screen deaths were there?
Mm-hmm.
If you can tell me that answer, you can message me anywhere. You will be the proud winner of the horror movie pillowcase.
Message them anywhere, and it can just be a number, folks. Just send a number.
At this
Just
point,
send a
somebody
number.
send me
If
a
someone just sends a number, you win.
somebody send that.
We're
number.
easy to please too. All right.
Very true. And then for the second one, I want to see some cool scare videos. I want you to scare the hell out of somebody, or scare the hell out of me, or scare the hell out of somebody.
But carefully. Like, don't
Yeah.
cause bodily harm. Please don't hurt anybody.
True, fun Halloween.
Yeah, try
videos.
not to like scare your grandma coming up like the 3 cement steps to the front door because that might end poorly for everybody. So I don't think it's worth the pillowcase.
I mean, have at it. I'm just saying fun Halloween scare videos. If you do decide to really give somebody a heart attack, that's on you.
yeah,
I'm telling you that. That's
No,
disclaimer
we don't-
right here.
mhm, yeah,
We want none of that.
we ain't gonna view any videos where someone is injured.
But tag us on social media. Wherever you post it, I want the Scene Snobs tagged. We have to be tagged. I have to be able to see it. And we will, whoever does the one I, myself, and Casey deem the best scare video, either make us laugh really hard
Mm-hmm.
or make us scared really hardcore.
Yeah.
So one or the other, and we'll have some fun with it.
Don't ask them to scare us because we know some people who could put some terrible things together and legit scare us. I'm easily scared.
Oh, jump scares do the trick, so just do that.
Yeah, everything from The Grudge.
Yeah, fair. Or the Ring, that'll work too.
Fair, yeah, that works. Yep.
So there you go. You got your two challenges. We're going to roll over the second holiday, and don't worry, I'm getting to all of these prizes. These prizes are all going to go. Now, you may lose the first challenge. Now, if Paul answers the question correctly on this show, he will win the pillowcase, and I will put a new challenge up at the end of the show. So
No
pay
pressure
attention.
at all.
No pressure.
No
Paul.
pressure, Paul.
No pressure. And we're going to bring him on very soon.
Yes, he's sitting in our green room. I know he's very excited. He's got bells on, and I'm excited too.
Well, the show ends at 10 o'clock, so we figure we'll bring him on about 9:55.
9:55 sounds about right.
9:55
Yeah, I mean that's we don't want to overkill. We don't want to we don't want to give you too much, Paul.
That's a lot of Paul in your face.
You know,
I mean, we could all do a little Paul in our faces.
Heyo, that's could be sexual.
I'm talking like this far from your face.
Oh yeah, like nose to nose, right?
The nose.
Right?
It's coming. It's coming. Oh, Chris Sales is here. Well played. You've made me have to watch Casey plot favorites of the franchise. Jason Takes Manhattan too many times, and I'm sure I'm for sure off in my count now. Please give me a number, Chris. If the number's 1, I might still give it to you.
It is one of the best of the franchise. I'm just saying.
I
was sold by this guy.
You can even
because the idea of Jason taking Manhattan. That's where he got the Manhattan from, folks. That's where the Manhattan came from.
No, that is not 100% true, but very close. Like that played a part.
Yeah, there we go.
Because Mick does take Manhattan.
Mick takes Manhattan.
It's
like the Muppets do.
Or Debbie doing Dallas. So Mick does Dallas.
Okay, so we've got a new movie coming out, which will also be a scare video, and that's Mick's porn.
I don't know what just happened.
Mick Manhattan takes Dallas,
and then goes back to Manhattan.
Mick takes Manhattan, and then double does Dallas. Right, little DVD.
It may happen. I mean, it's going to be on VHS.
Well, naturally, yeah, of course.
Gotta get the squiggly lines on and everything.
Yeah. Use the tracking to try to make the actual.
In fact, I'm even for the Halloween challenge. I'll even accept your answers in the comments tonight because I've gotten none. So like it's I'm at that point where I'll accept your answers. We have some fun stuff we're going to talk about tonight, and let me check the inbox real quick because I haven't checked it in a while, so I don't know if.
Watch, you're going to have like 14 messages that have been coming throughout the day.
No, I have checked this thing like crazy, and nothing has been coming through. And you guys have been annoying me. See, nothing has come through. We've got no numbers, so that's still up for grabs, everybody. Chris says, I can give you my number here, but it's easily off. Jason in space really screwed me. Give me the number. Chris, give me the number.
No, and Jason in space will screw you because it's terrible.
I know the number. So
you're a maniac with that, man. When it comes to everything Friday the 13th, you're in knowledge of that.
In fairness, I did the research. So, like, I told them not to do the research, and I did it.
Right.
So, like, I cheated it. So
there were a lot of late nights in ketchup bottles, but he made it.
It's true. But before we go on, remember to give us your numbers. Remember to hang out, talk to us. We're going to bring Paul on in just a few seconds. A couple of announcements real quick. Thank you, to Gerard for buying some of our merch.
It was amazing.
Very cool. Mick Manhandles.
Mint. That's amazing. And that's where you belong.
That is the sequel that we all deserve. 100%.
This is going to be like somehow you roughhousing Russians. It's beautiful. It's all you want. It's everything you want in life. Ron just gave you a porn where you're just pummeling Russians. It's brilliant.
Beating up Russians and like taking their lovely women with me. And then once they age to a certain extent, we all know what happens there. I give them back. And it's like, I'm going back to Manhattan, take a hike. That's my story. Anyway.
That's a good story. That's really good. It's very Enemy at the Gates. I really like what you did there. Some poeticness to it.
5001. How many people on the boat or the space station or the one in the damn boat? No, sir. There's a number. I'm not taking 5001. All right. Announcements.
So you just lied saying you would take any number. So you made me a liar.
Well, no. I'll take any number that they give me.
How dare you turn me into a liar? How dare you? That's not fair.
5,000.
Take the words from me.
I'm going to give Chris another chance to guess, but I am going to hold on to 5001. If Paul gives me a number or anybody else gives me a number by the end of the episode, whatever's closest, I will give it to.
Fair enough. I like it. There we go.
Okay. So, all right.
Welcome to the new rules of the game.
New rules. And then we'll come up with a new
We're
challenge.
the worst saw ever because our like to play a game. We don't stick to one set of rules.
Would you like to play again? This is uncomfortable for you?
Is this? Oh, we can add like baby powder for the chafing.
All right. We'll just give you the key.
There's another key over here, and we'll just hand that key. Look, I feel bad about this. Would you like some dinner too? Because this has been uncomfortable for everyone. Oh gosh, just right across your mouth there, it almost ripped your face off.
We're just gonna go out. We're just gonna go out and get some burgers. You want to come with us?
Yeah, how about that? It sounds better.
My real guess was 52. My real guess. There we go. My real guess 52. That is over. That's all I'm gonna say is over.
But you just gave everyone else a chance. Hi, Kathleen.
Yeah. Oh shit. Well, yeah. Well, actually, we don't know if he'll be closest.
Right.
So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It is over, but I don't know that
there
he'll
you
be
go
closest
now.
or not.
Jeez, your desire to be Drew Carey has just screwed the entire thing.
Oh man. I don't want to be skinny Drew Carey now, or when he was a Marine, not like in between.
Right, but the in between is just part of the process.
Because
You're on the
Cleveland
path.
doesn't rock, and there's not going to be a Mick Manhattan takes Cleveland.
There will if you believe it.
That's true. This guy's going to produce my film career.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
It's the
There's going to be a lot of space action, but not the same.
That is bullshit. Rules do matter. We just changed them.
Oh no, rules and points. Yeah, they're just.
It's like the Catholic Church. Once we want to change something, we do.
Yeah, surprise.
And it's still a rule, though. I mean, it's still
no. It's cool because we had a whole bunch of Cardinals elect us here, so we're naturally the chosen ones.
Actual Cardinals.
Yeah. They were birds. They were flying outside.
See, the Cardinals that you get in the church, fake because they're not really appointed by anybody.
Well, they're not really birds.
But cardinals, the birds, are very real, scientifically speaking.
I can see them outside.
And then I joined late. We know you joined late. Get in here. Okay, I'm gonna come down on this real quick because we haven't even made the announcement yet. And Paul's still sitting.
Paul's still sitting there. We're the worst, man.
We're the worst.
We're terrible.
Oh my god! If you don't,
who's our?
If you don't believe us, there
he is. Buddy.
We'll get to Paul. I promise. I wanted to see his face though, so he didn't think we were bullshit. Okay, thank you, Gerard, for buying merchandise from a merch store.
Love
you
you,
go
buddy.
to the Scene Snobs merch.com if you want to buy something as well. And we'll post a picture of it and after this probably. Secondly, we are on the Helium Radio Network every Sunday.
Yes, we are.
12:30 p.m. Eastern on their station number 2, Untethered Radio. If you want to listen to episodes there.
No, they don't make us sound like we're on Helium, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because that'd still be cool. I mean, I'm just curious.
I like that we're on their comedy network. I think we're funny.
Really?
Yeah.
I have looks aren't everything.
Untethered kind of works.
Yeah, completely lost.
Just like our rules.
It's just a touch.
Our rules are untethered from society. So next announcement is we play every day at 12 p.m. Eastern on Radio Free Hub City. So if you go over, it's all tagged. You can check it out. It's going to be up on the website by the end of the week. Go check it out. We play at the lunch hour, 12 p.m. Eastern, every day.
So you can eat your lunch and be regaled by us.
Yes. I do want to get to Chris's second piece. 60 guards were spotted to meet them in the space station, but it's possible there were robots, like one in the barge. Still don't know how many others on that Manhattan ship, though.
There's a big ship.
So take out anyone you don't know of. Take out all of those, because this is a part of it. All of those 60 guards, there's an actual count, an official count on many of the websites, and I'm going to give it to you. They only count 5 of them. They're only credited as 5.
I really love how you are coaching along the challenge.
I really am.
It's
ridiculous.
He's
so close. So I'm gonna. I'm not saying I'm going to give it to him, but I want to help if I can.
Look, Chris, we love you, but he clearly loves you more because he's just trying to give it to you. You know.
Mick Manhattan takes Chris Sales.
Well, that's going to be a different one. That's
Chris,
like an MMA match.
Chris sells Manhattan.
Oh, okay. There we go. He's your pimp.
I like it. Let's get your big yellow hat.
Told you, I'm ready to direct this, man. Let's make this happen.
I can only imagine you on a chair just like, action. It's not hard enough yet.
You're not really pulling it out of yourself. I want you to give everything. It's just
change it to fit your current narrative. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We're like politicians, but, funnier.
And better looking.
Well, obviously.
And white, but much younger.
Yeah, there you go.
And
yeah,
we're not racist, and we don't
semi-woke.
I'd like to think we're more woke than
Probably
semi.
more than semi. But since we haven't really experienced the other person's life, it's always hard to claim to be, But that's another show. We've done too many of those. No more serious things.
Speaking of Manhattan and politicians,
right? Hey-o.
You're not wrong, Ron. We are everywhere, and we are like chlamydia.
Oh yeah, we are. We're tough to get rid of, and we're a lot of fun to get, though. That's the other thing. So when you get us, it's a blast.
I mean, the actual action of trying to get, I suppose you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd call it. All right. Supposed to meet them. I was dealing with the screaming toddler. I was trying to get here.
Well, first of all, I'm kind of like a screaming toddler. So
you screwed up.
I understand.
Websites. I thought you said we couldn't do that. I've been watching the movie. No. I did the websites.
You can't do it.
I have no time. I did that. I went to the websites. I'm not saying everybody else can.
He's trying to help you now because he's become your mentor, apparently, in this process.
I'm going to help you. Anyway, I feel like we've been making Paul wait
for 16 minutes.
For 16 minutes.
For 16 minutes.
I feel bad about it. But Paul will bring you on in just a few.
No, enough announcements. Bring on Paul Dunn, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey guys. How you guys doing?
Great, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Marvelous.
Been excited. Been nervous. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys.
You should be. You should be very nervous. Donnie Darko.
Who's strong shirt?
Yeah. You know what's awesome about that movie? So we're gonna just continue this show.
Patrick Swayze. Patrick Swayze is pretty awesome.
He plays a pedophile in it.
But he did a good job playing a pedophile.
I mean, Patrick Swayze does a good job at anything. You're right. That's your point. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And what about Jake Gyllenhaal? He was fantastic.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal's just great and everything.
I mean, almost as good as Bubble Boy.
We just introduced Paul. We didn't even let him tell us what he does. But anyway, hold on one second. He does have dreamy eyes.
Doesn't he, though? Don't you dig those? They're fantastic.
Open your eyes a little. Smile some
more.
Oh,
look at that smile. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
There he is. There he is. What's up, Starshine?
Paul, I want you to tell us about yourself. I want you to tell us about your show. And I want you to tell us about your business because you are a sponsor of the Scene Snobs, and I feel that's important.
Okay.
Noah's Arcade, go ahead.
All right. About myself, I just turned 30 yesterday. Big dirty 30. It was slightly terrifying, but it worked out just fine. I love horror movies. I love all genres of movies because I respect all of them for what they are. I recently got engaged 2 months ago, as long as she doesn't yell at me. Let's see, what else? He said, tell me about what I do for work. So for right now, I'm working a third shift for UPS on their cargo at the airport. I'm their operational manager, so I just assist with us downloading the plane, uploading the new manifests and all of that. Which is not bad. I love the guys I work with. They're hilarious. If anything, it helps me talk about movies and explore different ones because they're a very diverse group and they've definitely seen things I've never even thought about watching, which is always fun. And then as for my business, as my side business that I'm trying to make full time, it's called Consider It Done. I do mobile detailing. So I come to you. I'll detail anything for you. That's really where my passion is because I love cleaning because it gives me something to be in control of. So it's almost a good outlet. And it's also a good way just to make some extra money, especially since getting married next year. So yeah, there you go. You guys left? Okay, it's just me. Welcome to Scene Snobs podcast, you guys.
We got you.
We're here.
No, that's awesome, man. That's very exciting.
Yes.
I'm super excited that you hit your XXX yesterday. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And the video of you and Sam's engagement was fantastic. It was
beautiful.
Thank you.
Love that. So very excited for y'all.
I don't know why you chose to go to Iowa to do so.
That's where my mom's family's from. That's her lake house. It just had to be.
See?
Listen, it's still Iowa.
No, it's fine. Go Jayhawks. I feel you.
But why would you go all the way out to Iowa and not do it on the Field of Dreams?
That is true.
Point.
I assume that Iowa is literally just the field.
Just the field, and
that's the rest of the state is just the state.
That's accurate.
That's surrounded.
Yep.
By Nebraska or something.
Well, I was mind-boggled that you were doing it on the water. I was where's water in Iowa? It's landlocked.
They got the biggest lakes.
I did assume there was like a man-made lake. Is it man-made? Tell us the truth.
That part I do not know. I don't think they're man-made. I think they're naturally there because you got Spirit Lake, then you have Lake Okoboji, and then you got a few others out there.
Nice.
Paul, when somebody named Paul Dunn comes on the show, we expect things to get done.
As they do. He just
I
did.
did. I got it done.
Tell us, man-made lake or real lake? God-made lake.
Real late.
God-made lake. God-made lake.
God-made
God-made lake.
That's how this works. Chris Sale says, happy birthday. Oh, no, that's not it. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Chris Sales.
Kathleen says, Paul wouldn't be so nervous if you hadn't made him wait 16 minutes. But that's what we
But
do.
that's, part of
But
the
you helped
build-up.
it go down.
See,
Give me 16 minutes. See, give me
that
16 minutes.
You're good now, bro. I saw you pull
Yeah,
it.
you did just
completely full when you started, and you were like,
Kathleen, you're going to wait 24 minutes if we invite you.
Absolutely not, Kathleen. You will never wait.
Oh,
That's
no,
messed
she's
up,
going to wait.
bro. It's
She's gonna
messed
wait.
up. Nope.
You're making it
She's
worse,
gonna
Casey.
I have no control here. I just say things.
Don't know Paul, but I can tell you his problem. He's too good looking. He needs a good flaw like a lisp.
Oh, bro, let us give you a scar. Yes.
But
I could deal with the
fake
scar.
It'll be a fake
It's
one.
like one
Yeah,
like
take
right
it off
here.
Ooh. But you're going to be the good guy.
But
You're not
why
gonna make you a
fake?
bad guy. Because look at a face.
We could do a neck tattoo.
Yeah, there
Try
we go.
to
Next
trash it up a
tattoo.
little bit.
I don't know. Let's talk to Sam. We'll find out what she's cool with, and then we'll damage you accordingly.
Start calling
There
you
you go.
Guntashi 6'9". Am I right?
We see the problem is she's gonna be like, as long as it's a Scene Snobs tattoo, I don't care.
Oh yeah.
I tried to get him a Scene Snobs tattoo, and he was like, "No, I'm not putting SS on my body." And I was like,
That's what I said. I said not putting SS on my body. He was like, but it's the Scene Snobs. I was like, you must think
"But it's not
about
like,
that context.
it's
Please
not
a
like
little
it-
bit further.
It's
Just
not like it says SS and then there's a tiki torch hanging
Right.
out or anything. Like not like that. There's no eagle hanging around.
Right,
why does this look like lightning bolts?
right. You must really like Harry Potter.
God, you guys ever see that movie, Schindler's List?
And
Yep.
it's fall time. So
Here we
folks
go.
are super excited about fall. Huh?
Literally nothing good comes from Iowa. Ron, Paul.
Not true.
Paul came from Iowa.
My mom came from there. She's awesome.
Yeah, bada
Most
bing,
lovely
bada boom.
person. There you go. We got and Field of Dreams. Shut up, Ron.
Right.
Ron, you don't have to shut up. He was just being
No,
mean. He
I
didn't
love
mean
you,
that.
Ron. Don't shut up. Ron, you're funny. And Kathleen says, I swear watching you two is totally just a manifestation of my ADHD brain.
That's pretty much how I live my life. Just as welcome.
Do you want to see you want to see what it's like with an ADHD brain on pills?
I'm in control. That's why I'm on.
That
the
was
list.
rude. Why would you do that?
Because he's normal and we're hyperactive.
I'm normal, man. If
But
I
you're
could tell you,
normal comparatively to us being weird.
if you sold me on my third shift, y'all would be like, nope. I just can't repeat what I say on that third shift. So
Sure you can. Welcome to the Scene Snobs.
nope, absolutely
Go for it.
cannot.
We know you're funny.
We
Um,
go into it too far.
Before we get too far into the topics, though, I do want to talk about your show.
Okay.
I want a little bit more of an explanation. So tell us about who's on the show, who hosts
Oh,
with you, things
okay.
like that.
I'm sorry, I totally forgot about. So we have a podcast called Four Sheets to the Wind. It is Matthew Branch. Then we have Chris. I just forgot his last name. And then we have Cody. Chris and I actually worked together, and we realized we both loved movies, and it was kind of weird because I was bringing up that my birthday last year was coming up, and he was like, "Well, when's your birthday?" And I was like, "September 13th." And he's like, "No, it's not." And I was like, "Why not?" And I pulled out my license. He's like, "That's my birthday." And I was like, "Oh, well, he's a year older than me, so we're Irish twins." And then we started talking about each other's significant others, and they're actually Irish twins as well.
Oh,
And-
best friend manifestation.
Right. And it's to this day.
Michael Myers was one parent, and Anthony Perkins was another.
I don't know if that's how they do it. I don't think yeah, that's better. There you go. It's more like that.
Oh, and it's like they're killing each other too.
Oh, nice. Well, that's fun.
Stabbing each other 2 times each.
Exactly. And that's interesting you brought them up. They were from a certain era of horror. I believe they were in the 70s.
Yeah, the worst era of horror.
Ooh.
Listen, we're going to talk about some fun parts of horror. We do want to get into fall first, though.
Do we fall first?
Who is about that pumpkin spice life?
Oh, up in
Right
here.
here, right. I'm saying.
Yes, no.
There's many reasons to love fall.
Many.
My most main reason to love fall is that I stop sweating like a pig.
Valid.
Like a little
Yeah,
bit. Like
I
a little.
mean,
I still
yeah.
sweat like a pig.
Well, when you move a lot more, though.
Yeah,
Yeah. You can
no,
get
for
more
sure.
actions in per sweat.
And
Right.
2, I get to do pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
sir.
is righteous.
So tell us, Paul, what are some of your favorite things about fall?
I enjoy writing. I just keep it to myself for the most part as far as writing goes. So I really enjoy watching the leaves change. I find it very therapeutic, just like watching the snowfall. Those two things, for whatever reason, just make all the juices in my head just start going crazy and just gives me good inspiration.
You
I
sure
also
that's not the cocaine?
it could be. We're not talking. Stop. My
What?
family's watching this. I'm sorry, you guys.
What?
1 second. No, but
Somebody's got to go skiing.
right. That's also why I love fall. And I love being able to drink Fireball year round, and people just think it's apple cider that I'm drinking. So
You sneaky man, you.
it's a
I dig
win-win.
it. How fancy.
Listen, everybody. Paul's alcoholism is the perfect kind because he can do it all year round. And you think he went to the cidery.
And he's funny.
Oh,
Like,
well,
yeah. I mean, we don't care if you're funny and drunk.
there's not a lot of drunk people who aren't funny.
Well, valid. Who's just laughing at or laughing with.
Right. True.
Except my dad.
Oh, Lord. Gee, what do I like about fall? You know,
Before
I enjoy non-abusive households. Those are pretty sweet.
I didn't notice your shirt before. I'm not high, by the way. I've not gotten high yet. This looks amazing.
Yeah, it's Tarzan Planets.
Well, I didn't know that. I didn't look at
Thank
it.
you.
up
Yeah, it
close.
is nice.
I like it. It's a
Yeah.
good
I do
shirt.
like
It's
that.
fitting, you know. Thank you very much.
Um,
But fall is fantastic for corn mazes.
That's true too.
Do love me a good corn maze. Nothing like getting lost out there. The weather change is fantastic because there's nothing better than being able to sit by the fire late night with a hoodie and shorts on, just hanging out, you know, maybe have a little brewski, maybe a little Sam Adams Oktoberfest, you know, whatever is this season.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it's good times. It's good time. I see Kathleen and John Wass agree. Kathleen called us pumpkin sluts, and you are correct,
we
my
are
dear. I am a
100% pumpkin sluts.
huge pumpkin sloot.
Well, let me ask you guys this: when does Halloween season start in your house?
Yesterday.
August.
Oh, all right, that's like a wide base.
No, I'm just
August
saying,
1st?
if we start Christmas right after Halloween, I start Halloween right after 4th of July. Hands
So
down.
then-
That's it.
What?
Good man.
That's not the worst.
Yes.
No, it absolutely
Yes.
works
Go
that
by
way.
holiday.
Think of how many kids are like, you know, freshmen in college and they're going off on trips, usually around that time. So absolutely it works. I say go with it.
Thank you.
No.
Yes, yes.
No, we're debating this now. And it's become a debate.
It's 2-1. The debate's over.
I call it Roman Republic victory. Player.
Right.
No, that's not how this works. We have to come up with. It's not a debate in the
Roman
sense
Republic.
Of,
We win.
I guess we start after July 4th.
Woo-woo.
Nice. July 5th is official start date.
No, we need to come up with the right start date. We're going to do this on the Scene Snobs right now.
Well, I've always liked September 1st. I
Okay,
think it's
that's
a
good.
happy medium.
July 5th. Now, if I have to decide, October 30th. No, I'm kidding, of course. I've already started putting stuff out. Like, come on.
Right.
You live literally surrounded by Halloween things.
Yeah, it's
All
not
the
even.
time.
I don't go shopping for Halloween decorations. I go shopping for home decor.
Yeah. Because the Halloween
So it's
decorations
just
he
kinda-
can just put out and where places where, you know,
Oh, yeah.
people see them.
That's why
Right.
Star Wars Day is such a bad problem in my home. I will say this though, I have to agree with Casey. I think kind of like November 1st is the official start for a lot of people on Christmas.
Mhm.
September 1st should be the opener for Halloween. Now, I don't decorate for Christmas until after the Santa shows up at the Macy's Day Parade on Thanksgiving.
Fair enough.
That's always been my tradition. I know plenty of people who start at November 1st.
Oh no, I absolutely start on Macy's Day Parade. I'm the same way with that. That's when the Christmas decorations go up, but they come down in like March.
That's
Because
fair,
you can
that's
have
true.
a Valentine's Day tree and a St. Patrick's
No,
Day tree.
you
Why
have
you can't-
Valentine's
or
Day.
a St. Patrick's Day shrub.
He has those things.
Yeah.
It's very true. I don't fault him for it.
And sometimes an Easter bush.
Yeah, I mean, it does kind of linger until like Cinco de Mayo is when Casey's like, "This is it, I'm done."
Well, once I put up too many tequila bottles, I'm like, well, no, I have to drink them all.
Yeah. It's just over by that point. And then like he's got a few months. That's why we have to give him to September 1st.
Oh yeah,
right.
For Halloween.
Just sobering up.
Because he needs that 4-month span where it's just like
It's gotta dry out, man. It's brutal.
But
that liver CrossFit, you gotta have that break just for a little bit. It's all good.
Exactly, man. Make sure to sweat it out. Give yourself some time, meditate, yoga. Stretch.
Oh, they hate it in the gym. I'll be in the gym and they look at me like I just started drinking, and I'm like, it's just the sweat. Leave me alone.
Sorry, I have a problem. Don't judge me.
I'll just be running. And you see the girl next to me, and she's like getting mad that I'm going so fast
Or
for 2
she's
seconds.
just like, I need a drink and I don't know why.
Right.
Not like people who surround me who generally, when they get a whiff of me, they're like, I'm starving suddenly. I have the munchies. What is that?
Oh my God, that's so true. Now that's legal. Me too.
Yeah.
I went to Jersey and I was just like, is it legal here? And they're like, yeah. I was like, all right, sign me up. I was like, I'm ready to roll. Is it legal in North Carolina?
No.
No.
See you in Virginia.
Of course not. Right. You're only 20 minutes up the road. I'm just saying.
Consider it done past the border.
Yep. We'll do it with the mobile detailing. I'll go run to Virginia for you too.
Yes. Oh, we got you, bro.
Oh my God. Hold on, I gotta look this up.
Okay, so we've got some comments here that I want to pull up
comments
real quick. Yeah, you're doing whatever you're doing here.
This up.
First of all, let's see. Kathleen is all about. Oh nope, John's there. Nothing like getting chased by angry clowns through a corn maze. See, that's what I'm saying, John. That is an exciting time of year. That's something that we need to share with our children and our loved ones. Is being chased by killer maniacs. I think it's a beautiful thing. It's a very good bonding experience.
And tying it right back into Iowa. What if you saw James Earl Jones there in the corn maze?
Well, you run towards that man.
Yeah, but he went into
the distance, Ray.
I don't know when
Go the distance. Ooh, Angry Balls. Yeah, that's good stuff. Angry Orchard Hard Cider with Fireball. Yep. That is quite tasty. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Ron says, October is when the stuff goes up. I've been looking for a walking fish costume for several weeks now. Well, you should be looking for that annually. I mean, that's a year-round search. That's an excursion, Ron.
I want to know what party you're going to, and I want to go.
There's going to be 4, and I promise you're not allowed into it.
Oh, as soon as that first fall breeze hits, it's fairly so. We're not in spooky season yet. Then
what are you talking about? It's been gorgeous out there.
You know how hot it was today?
What about today? About 3 weeks ago when we got so cold that breeze came in and just froze my nuts back into my stomach. It was glorious.
And then the next
but that's
day,
enough. That's the start.
No,
that's the whole
not.
point. It's the start.
No,
it's when it starts. It's not saying it's one time. As soon as it hits, it's time.
Nah, it was just a fluke a couple weeks ago.
That's bullcorn. Unacceptable. It's erroneous on both counts.
I work outside all day. I promise you, it was just a fluke.
It's unacceptable. Ron, interested in your thoughts on Halloween haunted houses and similar entertainment venues? For us, major part of the deal.
Tell us some of your favorites.
Yeah, well, how do you feel about that?
Especially down in North Carolina, we'd love to know.
North Carolina, so we have the 2 major ones, which is Spooky Woods and then Woods of Terror. Spooky Woods, I've only been to once, and it was in high school, so I can't really give like an accurate depiction of it. It seemed good for me. I like going to like kind of more of an underground place because then you do worry, what if someone's working on staff that actually will do something? Because when I go to an actual venue, I'm like, well, you can't touch me and nothing's gonna happen. So
the other side of that is come at me, bro.
Right.
Just full on find somebody who's like, all right, you're gonna hog tie me, let's go.
Right.
That's how it works now. This is what we do.
But the haunted scene down here it's not quite all that like I wish it was. We do have Carowinds, which is an amusement park close to Charlotte. And they do Scarowinds, so they do nighttime, they do like the theme thing with like a haunted mansion type ordeal. Then they have a clown car and stuff like that, and that's actually pretty fun. Once again, what ruined it for me is I went a couple years ago, and some kid, I wasn't watching where I was going, and an actor accidentally barely bumped into me, and he was like, I'm so sorry, let me get my manager. And I was like, no, you're fine, I was right behind you, that was my fault. No, I hit you, I'm sorry. And I was like, you didn't. No one hit anybody, right? And then the whole illusion, was just gone at that point. I was like, well, okay.
Yeah, it's like stick with it.
Right.
Yeah, there's one up here called Fields of Terror that I went to up in Maryland, and it's fantastic. They've got like 3 different like trails that you basically walk through. and each one at a different level of scary. It was a blast. And then they have the haunted hayride, which is a lot of fun too.
Cool.
Yeah, it's wild, but I always struggle because the older I get, I realize this is really like get drunk and go hang out and do this.
Right.
So like you get those whole groups of dudes out there doing that. And it's like, man, it's kind of takes away from the illusion for me.
Right.
You know, I don't get to be immersed in it.
Right.
And that's the best is when you're walking through and all of a sudden, you know, two clowns pop out at you and they're chasing you through their segment. And it's like, okay, this is getting uncomfortable now.
Right.
Like, you've been following me for a while and you guys are really close and I don't like this.
Well, I didn't know that you like being scared so much. Do you want to go to Bunny Man Bridge?
So this one time we went to Bunny Man Bridge, which is sort of a tale in this area. And I always do love the haunty, scary things. The thing is, I happen to get worked up a little bit, you know, like maybe.
Awesomely so.
What if something terrible happens? So maybe I recorded a living will for my daughter on our way there, just on the off chance that daddy was murdered.
That's fair.
Pieces of me scattered around the field. You're just saying, hedge your bets, you know?
So what went wrong, Mick?
Well, what? So here's what happened.
Both of you,
So here's what happened. We were driving, and now, granted, it was a stormy night that night. He did record the living will on his phone, and this was like 8 years ago. So
I mean,
that
she was a year old, not even
a year.
Yeah.
So, but on the phone you had was just like it was a brick. It was just like that's all it was. Like, I mean, yeah, it was a smartphone, but at the same time, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was like a big thick one with the keyboard. That's like screens that big. Yeah,
and it was like late at night. It was like midnight. I was like, let's take a ride. You know, I just moved to Virginia. It was around October.
Okay.
And of course, Case is like, yeah, where do you want to go? I was like, Bunny Man Bridge, and he's just like, all right. Like, listen, Casey, like as a wingman, like goes, man,
all the time,
I am not putting him down. I will say this though, it is hilarious to watch him in scary places. It is one of my most fun things, and it's hard to get him there because he knows when I'm planning it. But I will tell you this, and also a plug for a friend of ours. Our friend Matt Burns is doing Apollo-ween over in Martinsburg, West Virginia, where they're going to have a scare house and they're doing Rocky Horror Picture Show and all that stuff. So it's kind of cool.
That's cool.
I'm taking you because the Scene Snobs were invited. You're going with me.
Absolutely. Dude, I will go and everyone will laugh at me freaking losing my mind because I do. It's uncomfortable. It's what happens. I start to be like, you know what else would be better, y'all? If we just run for 14 miles that way. I'm just saying, we could do it. We could just go. We could just run.
He could do it too.
I'm glad you can do that. I cannot.
I promise you, I'm not being that guy. I'm literally looking something up for this show to challenge Paul on.
Yeah, no, okay. But meanwhile, while he's doing that, let's talk a little more about fall and Halloween. So, Paul, when did you quit? I mean, I'm curious of this. When did you quit trick-or-treating?
It's funnier when I started. So I grew up in a very strict is too mean to say, but a very Christian home. So I didn't go trick-or-treating until I was almost 15, which is when you should be stopping. So my group of friends and I, 15, I think are 15 and 16. So those 2 years were the only years. So I stopped at 16, but I started at 15.
Late bloomer. I get it.
Right.
Yep. No, but it happens. Well, because, there's satanic things you have to be careful of. And all those crazies out there.
Question though, like at that age for you, the closet that they would stuff you in, did the house come with the crucifix on the door, or did
I had to make my own?
Lori put them on there?
I'm really happy that you weren't going to be insulting our guest parents. That's great. That's really cool that you didn't just shove them right into a bin and just go.
I said Piper Laurie. I'm assuming his mom is Piper Laurie from Carrie.
Yeah, that's
just like that. They actually just sent me back to the woods and were like, carve your own. I got splinters and everything. They're like, that way the crucifix really means something to you.
Exactly. And you also had to make like your own pots and everything out there out of clay.
Absolutely.
And all that. Oh yeah, man. I get it. Backwoods living, bro.
All right, listen.
Like, I'm surprised I still tan this good. Like, I was out in the sun for a long time, you guys. It doesn't make sense.
It's like man.
Frailty. He's got to dig the hole.
Yeah.
They got to move the barn over.
Regular Fenton Meeks over here.
Oh my God. So how many demons do you kill in a week?
In a week?
And do you have the axe to prove it?
How many did Ed Lorraine do? Like Ed and Lorraine did how many? Like I've probably done double minimum.
Fair.
Oh no.
Okay.
We're talking about McConaughey and Frailty here. That's
Oh.
like demons. It's like you're a demon.
Probably 2 a day. It's probably Matt Branch and then Sam every day when I get home.
So 4 shoots
Wow.
to the wind is
Okay,
not
yeah.
happening anymore. You're just officially like jumping ship over to the Scene Snobs. He's like, nah, man,
Yep.
I'm taking out the competition.
Yeah, Sam, the other day I came home and she was sitting there and I was like, what are you doing? And she was like, oh, I'm just reading a book. I was like, who taught you to read? Like, nah. You a witch.
Oh my god. Well, yeah. I mean, women aren't supposed to read.
I
We all
have
know
a
that.
computer
Yeah.
here.
And,
You
well,
can't
men
let them
aren't.
take a drink and then say something like that.
Men aren't supposed to be reading either if it's not Latin. So we got some strict rules. I'm just saying. You know,
No,
we
Oh,
gotta watch out for them devil
Amatus,
witches.
Amatus, Amat. Yeah, I remember some Latin.
Yeah, there you go. E nome Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
And if we want to dig a little deeper, I totally was homeschooled until high school too. So
Oh, nice. Yeah, I didn't think we were going to dig deeper, but that's exciting. No, what else are we sharing, bro? Let's do this.
You know
what
what?
else you got to let out, man?
let me
You
go
know
get the
who else
bottle.
was
We're just gonna
homeschooled?
get the.
You
Bro,
know who
I am
else-
here to receive you. All right.
You know
I
who
want
else
you
was
to know this is a
homeschooled last
safe
year?
space. Shh.
Oh, you
This
shush.
is-
You shush. You've been talking all time. You know who else has been homeschooled? Everyone last year. So
That is true.
You're in good company.
Yep.
You know who
wasn't
really makes
homeschooled? These guys.
you
Hold
know
on,
who makes
let's-
homeschoolers look really bad? Is Harry Dunn from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
He's got the same last name as me, and he was homeschooled.
Yeah.
That's
Oh boy.
So,
Right.
uncle,
We see where this is going.
cousin.
We see where this is going.
cousin. See, there you go. All right, you can blame. You can say third removed, man. You're fine.
Right.
All right, real quick, we got a lot of comments.
Okay, so we started right around in here.
Tell me what to do.
Okay, well, fine.
Interesting thoughts. Okay,
Ooh,
is it in
girl.
Michigan? I don't know. Yeah, you know it's in Michigan. I don't know.
Kathleen
Are
and
you?
John.
Oh yeah, they are in
Yeah.
Michigan.
And
That's
Jeff,
not what
Jeff
I was going for.
Dwoskin is in
That's
Michigan.
true.
Yeah.
I think Ron's in Michigan too.
Name drop.
Not sure which emote is appropriate here.
The pulsating. Just stop it. No. Oh, okay.
Matt.
You smell of weed.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Kevin says, I like watching people in haunted houses. I don't actually like going myself. You should watch
Oh,
Casey.
man.
Watch Casey in a
Yo,
haunted house.
Kathleen, then you should go with me because that would be hilarious.
I will put cameras. We got to get the GoPros ready to go. Doing this. Ron says, Woods of Terror sounds pretty epic. We have Terrified.
Terrified.
I think
You'll get it. I
Getting
believe
there.
you.
I never learned how to read in Latin.
Yeah, you did.
Not in Latin.
Well, I thought you went to Catholic school.
Yeah, but it was like when they changed the rules.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
it's
Yeah,
like
when they made it for
post-rules.
everyone or whatever.
Exactly. Here in
The
the
numbers got low. They had to pump them up.
major attraction is Erebus. Erebus?
Erebus.
There you go.
All right. Erebus. What's up?
You read the long words.
Okay.
She doesn't like going, or did she get asked to leave after punching someone? I'm not entirely sure, guys. John's spitting truth. I'll never tell. My lawyer told me not to.
Smart. That's right. Remember, it never happened. Wasn't me.
Since when you came, can you afford a lawyer? Oh boy!
Oh,
All right.
whoa, hey, marital
Marital
disputes.
disputes,
Let's calm that down. Let's not. But
Uh,
remember, we all love each other here. The Scene Snobs is out bringing togetherness.
I work
Right.
on Bunny Man
Right.
sometimes at night. Super creepy. It's creepy. I'll give you that.
Chris, why do you do that? Oh yeah, you're in fiber work. We need to chat.
Do it. Do it. I went to school with her daughter. She cut me a deal. The lawyer?
I guess so.
All right.
We're
You
a whole
guys all
thread.
know.
I don't even know what's going on.
We have a zombie paintball shoot in my town. We do every Halloween. Oh, well, you're in
Christmas, we shoot evil elves. That's amazing.
Where?
Yeah,
We need to
because
do
I want
that.
to go shoot some evil elves.
We want to
Yeah.
go. We're
Right?
ready. Let's go. I want to go.
Paintball shooting them?
Can you cut me in on that deal? Yeah, come down to Virginia. Probably not. I think she, All right. You guys are still in your own conversation.
No, see, like, I love this. She knew. Eventually, Mick and Case will notice our comments.
Paintball hurts. It does hurt. Ron Lippin is a blast. They pull you in a buggy and shoot people dressed as zombies that are trying to get to your buggy. Oh,
that's awesome.
I'm ruining so many faces.
Oh yes.
Whoa.
Do we get to bring our own paintballs? Like, can we freeze them?
Well, no.
I am.
Don't leave them iced out like beforehand.
Yep.
I'm gonna have like
was in the freezer.
I'm gonna have a blade set up where he has all but they're all little capsules with all the paintballs I can just pull out rather than those awesome silver spikes.
So I should run in with a sword, or would that be unacceptable paintball?
Acceptable.
I think you should. Guessing as a kid, he stayed up in the treehouse with the severed heads and the grandmother's corpse.
Yeah. That's where we all did that, though, right?
Were we not allowed?
Yeah, we weren't supposed to do that.
Wait, which is the bad part of that sentence?
Yeah, I'm seriously confused. As a kid, or you're not supposed to do it as a kid? It's supposed to be a teenager, maybe a tween.
Was grandma's corpse the bad part, or the heads?
Maybe the treehouse. Maybe it shouldn't have been so high up. The elevation.
I mean,
Yeah, OSHA would have had a heyday back then.
Oh man, are you kidding me? They would have been all up in arms about it.
Yeah.
Jason Taylor, hey boys.
Hey, Jason.
God damn you, Jason Taylor. And here we go. Even better, we are in our own conversation while sitting next to each other.
Yes! God, I love the losses.
God, losses. Frozen paintball.
Hi, Gerard.
Gerard wants to go paintballing.
Okay, hey, we've got 15 minutes left, and we haven't hit our main topic yet.
I'm so
quite
sorry.
frankly, I really want to
As much
discuss
as
this
I
with
want.
Paul.
I win as much as we want.
No, I want to have this discussion because
First
I'm
of all,
excited about
Then
this.
Paul, come back on next week.
All right,
So-
okay.
I totally will.
When would we ever? I mean, you're not wrong.
No,
I'm not taking
Yeah.
this. It's a good. You're doing the good part. I'm
Right.
doing the bad part.
Yeah.
Because I just want to see somebody give me a damn number about the friggin'.
Are you okay? He's really
I'm
worked
so
up
mad.
about the challenge,
I'm
guys.
so mad
He's
about the
really
challenge.
worked up
Right.
about the challenge. He's going to breathe it off for a minute.
We can't go away in 15 minutes. We just had like 7 people join the show. And
Well, we don't have to go away right away.
I'm sorry.
We can stay
Yeah.
out for another hour for all I care. Paul, do you want to stay out for another hour?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't go to work till midnight, so we're good to go.
Oh, beautiful.
All right,
Oh,
so we're
yeah.
going. So we're going. You're in North Carolina, so that's 3 hours behind us.
Nope, same time zone.
No, I'm. All right, so 1 hour.
Very not nearly at all.
Same.
Right.
All right, so if it's
Yep.
9:46
It's
here,
a north and
you're
south thing.
going-
There's not like a.
all right, so
It's
we got
9:46 here right now, too.
9:46 here, you're going to work in exactly 32 minutes.
Then 2 hours. 2 hours.
Math.
14 minutes.
I'll post pics on the Scene Snobs. The place is called Skyline. I know where that is because we have a Skyline here.
Skyline Indie Film Fest?
That we do. We have one of those too. But Skyline paintball and laser tag. They do laser tag here, and I think they do the paintball in Strasbourg. Let's go to Strasbourg. Man.
I'm in.
I will
Let's
tell
just
you
invade.
something that popped up that Sam and I were talking about going to is where they filmed Hell House. They're opening up as an attraction escape room, and they have all of the actors there to scare you too. So you have 30 minutes to escape the Hell House.
What? Okay, that's pretty awesome.
And I saw that, I
I'm
was
into
like,
that.
might have to drive 9 hours just to go
Way
do
to
that.
show up, Jason. Radar.
I'm
What's
in.
going on, Radar?
Hi, Radar.
John Wass says, "I love you too, Casey. I love you. You have a. Yeah, we do.
I know,
We have
shocking,
a-
right? I'm just shocked. That's why I'm excited about it. Crying out loud.
We'll stay as long as you let us.
Well, I mean, welcome. So we'll grab some Cavassier, maybe put on a little bit of that nice Biggie Smalls and just relax and kick back and hang out, right?
And we'll get to the topic. It's 12:15
Hey, there it is.
a.m.
No time zones at Catholic school? Is that because
Yeah, they
Jesus
are
is
not.
a light?
No,
There's a
no,
lot
because
of
John, they
things.
don't believe in them. There's only 3 time zones.
Actually,
they
here's the,
live in threes a lot.
in the flat Earth that the Catholics teach about. It's only the Eastern Seaboard that exists. And Jesus, Jerusalem places.
And don't forget, we're on the back of a turtle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We're on
the
Stephen
giant
King's
turtle
turtle.
floating
Gotcha.
through.
So we're going color magic right now and
You
all
see,
that.
you get it. You
The
understand.
Hogfather. I'm all
Yeah.
about it.
You're with.
It's 9:46 in the hamster room. My daughter's room just woke up half an hour after the kid fell asleep. Aha!
That's why I don't get hamsters, yo.
And you know what?
Just
I
like
say,
hamsters.
I say aha a lot. You can go buy our aha T-shirt on the Scene Snobs merch.
Yes, you can. Where you can also embrace the absurdity, just like you
Absolutely.
do every Tuesday.
Okay, so let's get to the topic because I know Casey has been dying for this. It is Halloween season. We got to talk horror movies. First and foremost, before we get to this, Paul, give me a number. And actually, I was wrong. I'm sorry. You were close, Chris. So 52 is a good guess. If you want to do another guess, please do that. How many off-screen deaths in Friday the 13th franchise? Paul, what do you got for me? What's the number?
29.
You are way off.
Well, I love it though. It felt right. That confidence, though, that bravado, that it was 29.
20.
Yeah, but it's the same
you,
bravado when he says The Thing is the best horror movie of all time.
It is.
I mean,
You really
no
have
question.
a pretty face.
Thank you.
You are very pretty. You are.
thanks, guys.
Stop.
No,
Sam's
you
watching.
cut it out.
Radar says 68. Radar says 65. Keep the guesses coming, and then I will let you know who wins at the end because you're getting.
See, I thought you said 57 was too high, though.
Right?
That's why I went low.
I did, but I've reaffirmed it. You can take another guess. Take one more guess. It's actually not high enough. I was thinking of something else when I said that.
75.
All right, you're way off.
And now you're drunk. And now, sir, you've gone too far.
Let's get it done with, you guys. It's fine.
Yes.
How could you do this to me and say 75? I was counting on you.
Speaking of 75 was a fantastic year, wasn't it?
It
You know what
absolutely
else
was.
happened in the 70s? The era of horror began.
No, bullshit. The era of horror began. Okay, the debate just started. Here we go. First off, horror began way before that.
Did it? When? The Brothers Grimm?
First of all, the first
It's like 1890s. It's the House of the Devil.
Ooh, Penny Dreadfuls.
widely considered. Do you know what the first moving picture to be shown to a mass audience was?
Was it a porn?
No. It
Well, then I'm out.
It was a footage of a train coming into a station.
So it's porn.
Yes.
That's the
Foamers.
euphemism I've always used.
This isn't Hitchcock, all right?
Hey, baby, you mind if I pull into your station?
And while I have all of your attention, and there's so many people watching, our second challenge is also up. Make sure you post scary videos where you scare people or you try to scare us, and post them on your social media and tag the Scene Snobs. Best one gets this awesome Halloween 2 pillowcase. Everybody's eligible for that, so get to it. All right, secondly, it was a train pulling into a station. Now, nobody had ever seen a moving picture at this point, and they're in a basement in France, in a business in France, and now they think a train is coming through the wall. Some people had heart attacks and died. It is widely considered the very first horror movie.
But it wasn't.
But okay, but you still have Nosferatu, the Cabinet of Caligari. You have so many things. You have the Universal Monsters.
Oh, what about the moving pictures of Rasputin? We have those.
We do have
That's
those.
pretty freaking scary.
That is scary.
He is a scary fucking
I
dude.
learned about Rasputin from Ghostbusters 2. Everything
There you
I
go.
know about Rasputin was in Ghostbusters 2.
Really?
Yeah.
You weren't forced to read Brothers Karamazov at like 9 and then learn about Russian history?
Are you an
Nope.
agent?
What? No. What?
You're a sleeper. There it is.
I'm going to try and do man. No, what are you talking about? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. You have all.
I'm an American. I love America. Not Russia.
I got nothing. Dang it.
I gotta go. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Paul's just like, I'm not on the show.
I don't know what happened.
I need someone American. I got a mag light.
Hey, that's half the battle.
That's what you said.
Just take some Vaseline and can-do attitude.
There you go.
That's the plot of most porn trained. Of course, you're going to agree with Casey. Like I went there. Jason has approximately 157 deaths credited. Yes, off-screen deaths.
The off-screen.
Off-screen deaths.
Right.
Kathleen, you're a pop culture addict. You better get it right. Casey needs a new masturbating material. He's down.
What? It's been a long pandemic, Chris. All right, I'm just saying certain things can be attractive. All right, my shipyard phase was fantastic, but now we've got to move forward.
Hey, when you get to planes, let me know because cargo.
Oh,
I
bro,
got you.
that was number one. That happened when I was like 16. That's what got me into the fetish.
Gotcha.
The cargo containers are a strong one. It's like a holdover. So
You
Right.
don't join the Air Force because you don't masturbate planes.
The first time you get to crawl inside that intake and talk real nice to it, that's when you know you've made it.
It's true. It's true.
Take your word for it.
Anyway, back to the cocaine binge.
Right.
Now, why do you think horror started in the 70s?
I think horror as we know it today began in the 70s. I think it's difficult to say that horror itself is the genre what it slowly turned into over the years, which, of course, Hitchcock did work there. You know, a lot of people did work leading up to it. But in the 70s is when we got John Carpenter, is when we got the slasher genre.
Okay.
I think, that's when we really established a lot of those and that's what was built on. Through the 80s, it was kind of it was crazy. Everyone was cocaine fueled, crazy parties and drugs, and let's just make this nutty movie. And everything just went over the top, and let's do the 14th version of this because we can make money on it. I think the 90s, that resurgence, that call back to the 70s, really make the 90s. And because from the 90s, from Scream, from those Halloween stories, Resurrection and H2O, we move into the 2000s of what we have today.
Okay.
So I think the 70s is where that started. Hence, that to me is the Gilded Era. Do I think it's the best era? I do not. But I think that is officially when the timeline starts to when our horror as we know it today, that was its inception.
All right. Before I have you answer, so you're saying like the slasher genre helped create the horror movement as we know it today.
Yes,
which you got to give a lot of credit to. The 80s were filled, of course, with horror. I don't know that I agree that horror as we knew it started in the 70s, but it did add to a plethora of movies coming out.
Strong word.
Thank you. Before we get to Paul and before I say anything else, do you think that it was Carpenter with Halloween that started that slasher, or do you go back to the Black Christmas and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I think you have to go back to Black Christmas and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't think Carpenter started it. I think he really perfected that feeling it gave you.
Okay.
That we really carry on when we think of slashers.
I
don't think of weird, creepy family and some Texas Chainsaw guy coming to mow you down. That's not my general thought when I think slasher yet. That is one of the beginnings of the movement. Now, Jason brings up that Psycho was pre-70s, and I completely understand Psycho was pre-70s, and it was probably the granddaddy of them all. No one's fighting that. But your grandfather's popularity doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be, because the start of the scene that we know it wasn't until the 70s, because there were many of us, proliferating.
All right. Before we get on now, I'm not saying that you don't have good points. You do have very good points. And I also think that a lot of people say Black Christmas is one of the best slashers of all time, one of the first, and a lot of people say that going back to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I do think that Carpenter with Halloween married those two movies and said, "All right, I'm going to ramp up Black Christmas's suspense." And he's like ready for the fight.
I know.
He's in the corner.
Well, then we get the beauty of My Bloody Valentine as well. So mixed in that time frame as well.
I will say this going down the line. Ray Rice is joining us. Ray, what's going on, man? Loved you on the field, not so much in the elevator, but you're awesome. Thank you for joining us. Roger Corman movies are awesome.
They are.
You're 100% right, and that's actually going to be one of my arguments. Chris Sales says, Karloff, Cheney, Lugosi, I'm going 30s. These guys penned the door and made several sequels. Before we get there, because I'm gonna give you a chance to start. I'm not ending this until we have everybody says what they. Radar says, yeah, they are. George says, hey, of course, George did not add anything to this conversation.
Except his beautiful face. Buckets.
Very true. Casey needs new message. I just wanted to bring that
up. Why are we still talking about my train fetish? You don't like giant steel things that are able to travel
into tunnels.
Yeah.
Right there.
And then out of tunnels.
Okay.
And then back into tunnels.
So we got Casey's point. I'll follow up at the end with mine because mine is kind of an amalgamation of both when we get there. So Paul, I can see you're like cracking the neck. I'm at it hard.
I'm excited.
This is a very personal thing for you. Please proceed.
He got it. I think we. There he is. Hey.
Okay, no, please. I'm not gonna. My hands are out.
You're good. I respect Casey's point, and I think I'd probably have more of the same mindset if I was growing up close to that age. Not trying to throw that age at you, but
that's all right. No, I'm fucking old. That's fine. That's fine. Thanks for insulting me. 30.
I'm just stating.
Hey.
First of all, you dick. He's younger than I am.
Well, that's a you problem. That's not my fault.
I am 9 years older than you.
I didn't make you. What do you want from me?
900 years you reach, but this could you will, yes. It's like Paul just like I didn't even say anything about horror movies yet, and he just went for the junkie.
I know, no, I'm loving it.
Oh,
It's got that bloodthirstiness.
all right, please proceed. Go ahead. Talk.
So like I respect.
Oh, stop!
All right. Don't
Jesus,
just because
come
of the
on.
age thing. Just because of the age.
He's
an ageist.
I want to hear
like
it enough.
100%. But the 70s did come out with some pretty great slasher films. I will absolutely agree with that. And they did lay down a lot better movies than the 80s were, because the 80s were absolutely insane, minus The Shining and The Thing. I'd say Christine was okay as well. Anyway.
Wait. You don't like any 80s movies except for those like 3 you mentioned?
I'm just saying those are the 3 that were the best that came out of the 80s. You can name a lot more in the 70s or almost any other decade, in my opinion.
All right, please proceed.
Aliens, I guess I'll count Aliens for you. Does that make you feel better too? Well,
I mean, you have to count Aliens because
You gotta
Aliens is
count
amazing.
Aliens.
Yeah,
but I always
Alien was 79, so I get it.
see,
but-
it's 70s again. Just saying. Boop.
That's just fair, but I would say closer to the 30s and 40s were the golden years of horror. Because if you think about it, those are the movies that were remade most. You guys are so mean. I think the problem is
Look, Paul, that's only because we're assholes.
Paul,
All right.
Paul,
same right there.
show us on the pillowcase where it offended you.
It's that middle one. I should have worn the Thing shirt. I know I should have. But
That's why he's wearing a Donnie Darko shirt. Horror movies are his Patrick Swayze. Pedophile.
Nope.
All right, it didn't work.
Nope.
It didn't.
Swing and a miss. It's okay. But you know what? I received you.
I'm gonna put on my invisible sunglasses from Blockbuster Video.
But
So
if I think
Paul, continue.
I like those. I think if I had to pick just a certain decade, though, I would do the 1960s were the best, because then you had Black Sunday come out, you had the original Peeping Tom come out, you had Psycho come out. You just had all
Suspiria, that crap.
Carnival of Souls.
Suspiria
Yep.
sucked, man.
Everyone getting all like
Living Dead. Right.
No. I like the
Yeah, man.
Giallos. I didn't like Suspiria.
Okay.
So
Really?
That's the one I didn't like. But I like Tenenbaum. I like.
Okay.
There's a bunch that I
Demons
like.
wasn't in the 60s, was it?
I like Deep Red.
Demons was in the
Demons
70s.
the 80s.
70s.
Oh, was it the 80s?
Yeah.
I
Oh.
thought it was. But I'd probably say the 60s, because I love 13 Ghosts. I actually just got Sam to watch the original 13 Ghosts because she didn't realize that there was an original 13 Ghosts. Because I always appreciate the black and white better, because they had to do so much more with nothing, because they didn't have CGI or anything like that. So it was more of a storyline. The actors were supreme in all accounts because they had to make it work and make it believable. So I'd say older.
So Paul, tell us why you're wrong.
Well, I'll tell you why you're wrong. So actors back then also had to work with, nowadays they have to work with nothing as well, because you have a green screen and maybe someone with a broom and a chair, and they're like, this is the thing attacking you.
True.
So
That's what
it's kind of difficult to say that they didn't have anything when they legitimately had the skeleton being thrown at them.
Right.
You know? So they were getting scared. There was
true.
a different way.
All right. Before I weigh in on this, Ray, our buddy Ray Rice from the Baltimore Ravens,
Is he?
I think so.
All right.
I'm holding on to hope. I mean, it'd be great to have him.
Yeah.
Modern horror isn't about hack and slash, though, right? Isn't it more about abstract things like family, aging, mental illness, social stresses, and more? Yes, 100%. I agree. Today, the themes are way more internal than they are external, like they were in the 80s, 70s, and beyond that. And I like that. I like where they're going. Like, I did not like Midsummer, but I like what Midsummer represents.
I like what they're trying to do in some cases. I do understand that, like A Field in England or something along those lines, where they want to get really heady and really, try to move you in a different way and bring the fear into something your everyday life, what you walk and see. I think possession movies are another one that have really been huge. They got a massive resurgence. And I think, oh man, what was that little film that came out in the 70s with The Exorcist? So I'm just saying, so some of these themes continue moving forward.
Please tell me
from that era. I'm just thinking.
Are you putting a period on the sentence with him or me? I didn't say anything.
Yeah, no, I just did though,
me.
and you're all welcome.
Ray also says Vincent Price flicks are good for story and character.
Yes, they were. I love Vincent Price.
And let's face facts: the 60s, the 50s, the Hammer films of the 60s and 70s. the Hitchcock films, the Vincent Price films, Corman films, things like that. They had such an ambience to them. The nuclear movies from the 50s, you know. I mean, go back and watch Dracula from, what was it, 1938, 36, one of them.
Lugosi's?
The Lugosi,
original?
yeah. And the set that they built, Dracula's castle, is immense.
It's amazing.
It's beautiful. And I still say that the beginning cemetery scene in Frankenstein is some of the best set work I've ever seen, even to this day.
Yeah,
you know, it just a perfect ambience. So, yeah, I do agree with Paul's point that back then you had a lot more to work with. He said they didn't have a lot to work with. I disagree in the sense that, like where you say with green screen, a lot of it now is very much not there. Whereas back then it was there, and they built out. They did amazing things.
Yes.
I actually wish they would bring that back.
Agreed.
To a point.
I always wish for that. That's why whenever there's a sci-fi film that has some big ridiculous set piece, or like, you know, Firefly where they built the freaking ship, you know, that I love and appreciate that. That's what I want, because you get to see that it turns into a member of the cast, like in a way, like they have to interact with it, and that's very important to get that. And you lose that with the green screen effects, you know, obviously.
Well, that's what I like about it. It seems like over time, horror movies started immense. They started huge and bigger than life. And then as it went, it started coming back down to minimalist. The 70s being a perfect representation of that. And then especially the 80s. Yes, the gore may have become more hardcore. Right. Yes, the violence may have been pushed harder.
Like House.
But the threat wasn't this huge thing. It wasn't Dracula going from Transylvania. Yeah, House is a great example. From Transylvania to England and like this whole big thing. It wasn't Frankenstein's monster traveling the fields of England, you know, and then Scotland and wherever else. It was it was just these huge things like in the 80s, and then, you know, even the 90s to a point. 90s even became even more sort of minimalist, like you know, sticking more towards towns or houses or stuff like that.
Well, yeah, and then that carried right over into the double outs, because in the 2000s you had Cabin in the Woods, Cabin Fever. You had all those kind of similars that started to come out, and all of that based again on, you know, the slashers of the 70s.
Right. Yeah, I mean, a lot of those nuclear movies started ramping it up, even saying we're going to affect the world. You know?
You just hate me for the 70s, man.
Now we get serious. This bastard over here with his Donnie Darko t-shirt is laughing at me.
He's a beautiful man.
I know.
You don't call him that. You don't.
I do agree with you, but you guys know I love.
Parents married, because that's a factual thing.
I love all horror. You guys know that. Speaking of which, did you guys see *Malignant* yet?
Not yet. That is actually, I'm very excited.
The cinematography in there was the best I've ever seen in a horror movie. But what he does, like, I don't want to ruin it, because when Matt and I saw, our jaws dropped. We were like, that was brilliant what he did. There's one scene in there that when you guys watch it, I want to talk about, because
James Wan totally won us over. I mean, with his color usage, with the way he sets things.
I love
and just sets his shots. Oh, it's fantastic. It's beautiful.
Kathy, Radar. I'm sorry. Radar says 1922 because Nosferatu came out, and Shadow of the Vampire is the best update of a classic movie.
Random Willem Dafoe.
That's good. My love of horror got started with Vincent Price movies. Exorcist 3 is underrated. It is an underrated movie. I do agree. See, the second one sucks. So, Frankenstein is incredible.
All the Frankensteins are incredible. I love the Kenneth Branagh one. Sorry,
I Frankenstein with Aaron Eckhart.
Do you like the Abbott and Costello one?
What's that?
Abbott and Costello.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Young Frankenstein. If it's a Frankenstein movie, I'm in.
There you go.
The original House on Haunted Hill is one of the coolest exterior sets. It's Frank Lloyd Wright house in California. Yes, that's a go-to for me.
Which is a reason I won't ever purchase a Frank Lloyd Wright house. Not that it's outrageously expensive. Of course not. I could easily. I'm a scene snob. That ain't no thing. What I am concerned
with is me and you and not me. What is happening here?
No! It's that other account that things get shuffled to. Don't worry about it. I'm handling it. It's fine.
Oh, that's
fine.
Right. I just pay the bills. No, it was Dr. Giggles.
Yes.
Ray Rice says, and I will always refer to you as Ray Rice
forever.
The Strangers was a good flick for keeping it simple. I agree.
Yep.
And that was one of those things where it grew again, but it was almost growing grotesquely in a weird way, to where it was getting like sort of out of hand in like the early, I would say like the late 2010 era and then the early like teens.
You mean like with the Ready or Nots and the
like
Strangers,
kind of just
a bunch of the people, the home invasion sort of idea.
Yeah, they
Crazy.
really ran with the home invasion. But I will say the Strangers setting that off, they set that bar for the creepiness, the scary, and we're kind of bringing it back to what Halloween did in the 70s. Or, from my good friend Paul sitting here, what The Thing from Another World did.
Yes.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Another good one.
What about Them?
That
was the 50s.
I love them.
I
love
love
them
them.
button up there.
Do you?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's up there somewhere.
Them is awesome. I was at Peter Graves.
No, that was, you know who that was? My God, why am I losing my train of thought here?
I don't know why you are. Oh, trains again, right? See, you heard it. There's the train circling back.
I love
All of a sudden, I hear a train whistle and I get a boner. I don't know what's happening.
Well, Jason, if you love The Strangers, you'll love The Strangers Pray by Night.
Yes, you will.
Starring our good buddy and best
Damien
friend,
Maffei.
Damien Maffei.
Yep. Does a fantastic job as Sackhead.
He may not return our calls.
Ever.
But he's our best friend.
He is, absolutely. I mean, your best friends don't talk to you guys, right?
Not all the time.
Yeah. Just need to break sometimes.
All hand signals. That's all I get
I
from
didn't
that
hear from him
nowadays.
this weekend.
This is it. Just matches.
We got actually a Brian Krause doing that for the Scene Snobs.
Yeah.
Did you?
That's his endorsement of the Scene
Yes,
Snobs.
it was. I love it. We need to have Brian on again.
We do.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like the house in Spider Baby was as much a character as the Spider Baby is a great movie. If people haven't
Spider Baby or Spider Babe? Because that's two very different things.
Spider
And I
Baby.
did love Spider Babe, but it was a late night Skinamax show. So I'm just making sure right movie.
It's
all
a
right?
very creepy movie, I'm telling you. Pop Culture Addict says,
You need to talk, Casey, when we're off
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah, right. We got to circle back.
Jesus. I could totally nerd out about the Frank
Lloyd
Lloyd Wright. I don't want to say it all.
Why? It's Frank Lloyd Wright.
Exactly. House on Haunted Hill, but I want you guys to still be my friends after. No.
Well, it's amazing. I love Frank Lloyd Wright. I think it's
go and nerd
fantastic.
out.
Please nerd out. That's the whole point of this nerding.
We
Love everyone who nerds out because we nerd out, and everyone should love the shit out of stuff that they love the shit out of.
You know what we don't want here are the people who don't know what they're talking about.
I don't like milk toast in the middle of the road, folks.
Speaking of which,
and go hard.
Hi Tim.
Hi Tim.
I'm kidding, of course. Tim, one of the hosts of Pop Culture Addicts, Funny Science Fiction, and Focused on Forward. Go check them out. Kathleen, of course, the other host of Funny Science Fiction and Pop Culture Addicts. I can't breathe anymore.
He got it. You can find them Mondays at 7 p.m.
Just look them up.
Yeah, there you go.
I know their times, but I just don't know their times.
Fair
at the
enough.
moment.
I know
just
that
talked
one.
a lot, and I have to go back and figure out who won the pillowcase. It was not Paul.
See, Jason Taylor knows about Spider Babe.
Spider Babe was great. Hi, Tom. Oh, God. All right. That's a mouthful. Thanks, guys.
Of course, Tom.
You know what else is a mouthful? A train.
Which is like, but like not.
This is awkward silence. That's what this sounds like.
Yeah, we're trying to make a
Doesn't have
joke
to be.
about my strange proclivities, but I mean, it's cool. They're just strange.
So I do have a question for you, Casey. Since you seem to enjoy the slashers the absolute most, did
Yes.
you enjoy Bloody Summer Camp more because it brought back a really great slasher film?
Absolutely.
Okay.
There are so many things. I'm a nostalgia addict. I believe the term is. I can't look away from anything that's going to harken back to something, and if it can actually make me feel some version of what I felt that first time watching, like Ernest Goes to Camp, or something dumb like that. If you get some kind of feeling like that, that it was a movie that connects you back to a moment that harkens back to a special time in your life, then absolutely, you're going to win me over. I'm a sucker for that. I'm an absolute mark for it.
Yep.
Okay, so I will say this.
And he's done saying that.
I forgot what I was going to say.
That's all right. Sam and I were blown away, and Matt, we were absolutely blown away by Bloody Summer Camp.
So
many training innuendos.
There's so many. Paul is never coming back on this show. This is gonna be like a Matt Damon, Jimmy Kimmel situation from now on, and he's never gonna want to come back on.
Or Sam's gonna hit me up and go, okay, Paul started bringing in a conductor hat, and I don't understand why.
I worked on trains though with the circus, so I already got the train crew gear.
You see this?
That's my boy right there.
That's my mug collection in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
There's a space right there for you to wear your train conductor hat during the show.
Boom.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yes, you live in Virginia now.
Yes, my
Just
roommates
there.
will be so excited.
Only there.
Oh man!
And then Jason Taylor is just going on and on about Michael Scott.
That's what she said.
This show is great.
You're great.
We're great. I mean, you're great.
I'm okay.
No,
Paul's pretty
Everybody's great.
That's
Actually,
amazing.
I love that everybody is just like having conversations in
Absolutely.
the comments.
I'm loving how much fun we're having. This has been glorious.
I'll tell you what, my family has been texting me. My sister absolutely loves you guys. It's her first time listening to you guys. And she's like, these guys are hilarious and nuts. I was like, I told you but I told you a while ago, but at least you're doing it now.
Thanks, Sister
Like
Don.
and subscribe.
I think this is going to have to be a two-parter because we do actually get because we only have an hour time slot on the radio.
Yeah.
So but if I make this a two-parter, they'll play it.
So we'll just stay on longer.
I'm good with that. Like I
I
said,
love it.
Tell
I
us
do too.
about your balls.
No. Don't tell us about your balls.
Why?
Because that's not
Not
what
those
you do.
balls.
Don't show us your balls.
What are you doing?
I thought we were doing the Manscaped thing.
That's what I thought he was going with. I thought we were done with that.
We have new sponsors now.
We have new sponsors.
Oh, my bad.
What balls are you talking about?
I don't know.
We can do whiskey rants now.
What? Your ball just fell on me. Your balls are falling everywhere. It's uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You should cradle them better.
Oh,
Just
okay.
cradle them better,
when you
it'd be better.
So at first he touched my thigh, and that's when I knew it was real.
Very real.
I'm just gonna start writing and just narrating in like some sort of softcore porn.
Half a chub because you were excited.
Touch against my thigh.
And Chewbacca and R2D2 fell in love.
Oh, and then there's smooching. Oh my
Where would they
goodness!
kiss? Where's
I've seen this movie. I've seen that one. That's Star Wars. I know that one.
I've seen that one. I know that one.
That's where it happened. That's where the magic happens here.
But
The
no one
Lord
else
of the
is
Strings.
doing what
I watched all that.
I'm not singing that. I want to, but I'm not going to now. Ray Rice says, my absolute favorite horror flick is Event Horizon. That movie is so off the rails.
I love that movie, man.
Ray Rice, did you just make a train pun too?
Oh,
You did.
I love it.
Off
it
the
is
rails.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is
Ray-
beautiful.
Ray, you have to watch every week now. You're
It's
part
not-
of the family. You see the craziness of Tuesday nights with us.
First of all, you selected Event Horizon, which is easily one of the best horror movies.
Oh, all right, let me ask
I mean,
you
that's a
both
top
this.
tenor because it's terrifying. It's in space,
Mhm.
and it's Sam Neill doing crazy shit.
Right.
Which Dead Calm, he fucked me up too. It's another one of those. He's out in the ocean. His wife's Nicole Kidman, and Billy fucking Zane's in it. So look, everyone's fucked. Like,
Right.
Let me ask you both this. Ray, you bring up a great point. I love Event Horizon. It's a truly fantastic movie. I will say for me, another movie that came in around the same time with the same actor that I think is just a little bit better in my opinion. Not by much, though, In the Mouth of Madness.
Oh, yeah, he's totally wrong.
All right, well, we got his answer. What do you say, Paul?
I unfortunately, I really liked Event Horizon a lot more. Unfortunately, I hate to disagree, but I did. I watched that last night, honestly. So
Yes, and it's so scary though. It's legitimately a movie I cannot watch by myself at night. I can't. I cannot.
Right, 100%. He's
So-
great in both those movies. He's great.
So did you guys like Sunshine since you liked Event Horizon so much?
Yes, love
Okay.
Sunshine.
Okay.
Sunshine was fantastic as well.
All right, I disagree to a point. I loved Sunshine
Mhm.
until it got to the slasher part. I was like, oh, the whole movie had me enthralled with their mission.
Right.
And then when it got to the more horror aspect of it, I was just kind of like, I don't need this right now because it comes in a little too late, in my opinion.
I can see that, yeah, because
That's good.
because it really goes off the rails. Like when it
Yeah.
when it hits, it's like, oh, and by the way, this guy is like corpse burnt body,
Right.
He's some charred thing that just
Right.
comes at you. Like by
From
the
the
time
sun.
you're putting all the pieces together, it's like I don't think this is right.
And I
But-
liked
but
the
I loved it.
symbolism of the whole thing and what
symbology.
symbology. I like 10 points if you know what movie that's from.
Symbolism. I believe the word you're looking for is symbolism.
I'm not gonna remember on the spot. I'm so sorry.
Not saying that's all right.
It's
You've
all
only
right.
failed us entirely.
Oh man, we don't say anything next time so we can give them a chance.
No, but you get back here. You get back here. You put the headset back on.
Okay, Dad, I'm
I will
sorry.
say, for me, going back and like with Sunshine, like I definitely need to rewatch it because I haven't seen it since it came out. But maybe I'll like it a little bit more, like those scenes. But like I really would have loved to have seen a more just focused on the task at hand and the people and what they're going through.
It would have been neat if they decided to do a straight up sci-fi versus making it kind of a sci-fi horror. So I do see that. I'd like both movies. So if they want to reshoot that, that'd be fantastic.
I will say, Ray, if you haven't seen In the Mouth of Madness, check it out. It's very much based on H.P. Lovecraft and Stephen King in that sense. It's a John Carpenter movie. It's not a Stephen King movie, but it is heavily based on like his lore and Lovecraft's lore. Kathleen says the Usonian style houses, are you serious?
Are supposed to be fireproof. That's why they are cement instead of wood, because his house at Taliesin was burned by a servant who was upset with Frank Lloyd Wright and his mistress. Well, you know what? I would be too, because Frank Lloyd Wright, I don't know if you know this, was a dick. So
I did not know that.
Yeah, so I could understand, people.
Best of us are.
Stuff. But yeah, that's why we wound up with concrete, right? Way to go, cement.
Very fair.
Strong. Thank you, Kathleen, for that little tidbit.
Tim says, my favorite horror movie is Dune. You can tell me it's not horror. The movie scared the entertainment right out.
Bullcorn. I got Patrick Stewart. I got me Sting. I got a movie full of amazing people.
I should have worn that shirt today.
A killing word. Do you know how bad? It is my dream. It is my wet dream. It is my train dream to be able to have someone yell Casey and call it a killing word. That would be amazing.
Dune sucks. That's all.
Fuck you.
You know what, Casey? Those videos I make of scaring people, I'm just going to yell at your name. I'm going to find a way to do that and scare the shit out of everybody.
Or what you do is you just edit every time there's a sandworm in the Dune series, just scream out fucking Mick or something like that.
Chris Sale says, I love both, but Event Horizon wins. So many space horror movies crap the bed. This movie brought the genre back, in my opinion. Actually, if anything,
100%.
I would say it didn't even bring it back. Like, it just is a staple of what a good one is.
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
at the same time, we had Virtuosity sucked. What's the one where the virus, where it like shoots in? Yeah, Virus was terrible. I did not like that. Like, it was a bad movie to watch. I didn't enjoy it at all.
Ray Rice says, check
Slugs.
Slugs,
exactly. And Critters. I mean, come on, Chud.
Ray, if you want, message us on either, if you're on YouTube, please hit subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Appreciate it. But if you want, we'd love to hear it. So comment or send us a message or something on our social media. We're at the Scene Snob everywhere. So we'd love to hear what you thought about the movie when you watch it.
Absolutely.
Kathleen Wass, he really was. He left his wife and 6 kids for his mistress.
See?
I'm learning about Frank Lloyd Wright in this episode.
As you should,
happening
because Frank Lloyd Wright is a very important member of modern history and how we change when we Art Deco an entire style. He is known as basically being a representative of an entire manner of life in the way of seeing the world through that artistic sense.
First of all, Kathleen was talking about cats being scary.
Well, because cats is a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
Have you tried to watch that whole thing?
Yes.
That's terrifying.
I did watch that whole thing.
That's like imagining the guy in Red Dragon being like, do you see? Do you see? I mean, you watched it because you're masturbating to Taylor Swift because she makes you all fuzzy in your butthole. But whatever, man.
Listen. Cat Taylor Swift is the hottest thing on 4 legs. I'm telling you right now.
It's so wrong. It's so wrong.
You have trains. I have Taylor Swift as a cat.
At least trains were built by men. Cats are just weird
I
little
didn't
tiny
say
animals.
cats. I said Taylor Swift cat.
Okay, valid.
Now,
Right.
Taylor Swift as a human?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift cat. I will say
you
this.
guys are derailing from this conversation real bad. It's okay.
And that's twice. Third time someone gets a pillowcase.
Derail. Like,
if you do,
that's a Candyman effect. Don't do it like that.
I'm gonna Michael Myers this baby Yoda.
No.
he ate a bunch of babies anyway. It's fine.
All right, I will say this real quick. With the cats thing. Go watch A Cat's Eye if you haven't watched it.
Oh, yeah. Cat's Eye was amazing, man. I loved Cat's Eye. Also, Sleepwalkers. They have a lot of cats, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sleepwalking is creepy. Just like Invasion of Body Snatchers. That definitely had me.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers is another great one.
Yeah, round.
And now put that thing away.
Hey, Tay-Tay. Want to sing me a song?
Isn't it back to T-Swag?
T-Swag. Is it? I don't know. I didn't only mention cats to get Mick going. No, not at all. Thanks
a lot. She's the one who's throwing us off the rails.
Listen, let's just say Cat Taylor Swift is a good conductor for me.
Oh, hey, because it's electric.
Poor Ray over here has never seen an episode before, so he has no idea what the joke is, and he's just like, "This dude is probably masturbating to Cat Taylor Swift." Not really, but I would.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
It's
really scary.
I
actually walked in on him listening to Celine Dion's Power of Love, which made me very excited because it's one of my favorite songs. But he had a picture of Cat Taylor Swift, and it was very weird for everyone.
I'm just looking at it like petting it.
Yeah.
Hey, no, that's fair. I did the same thing with The Greatest Showman, so it's all fine.
You have to pet the cat.
No judgment here.
I'll bet you any amount of money Ray jumped out. Ray's like, I'm out of this. This is weird. We talked about cats Monday night during our live. Even Mick did a countdown. That's true. Screw you.
Can we start talking about Pet Sematary now?
Yes, Pet Cemetery. That's one of the few ones from the 80s that was strong. Now, my other issue with the 80s is it was too much Stephen King, and it was really coke-fueled Stephen King. So as much as I love Maximum Overdrive, that's a special movie for me forever. That was forever.
I did
one
enjoy
of my
that
top
one.
movies, period, dot.
I love Emilio
Estevez at the height of his career did Maximum Overdrive.
He still doesn't know.
He has no clue. He's completely out of it. You know what? I think he was just at that diner. I think every actor and actress just happened to be at the diner. And Stephen King walked in and threw a kilo of coke down.
That's what I was going to say.
And was just cranking AC/DC. And he's like, guys, I got a great fucking idea.
Stephen King's just like, Emilio, guess what we're going to do today?
Oh, man, it's going to be awesome.
We're going to get so high and go to a gas station.
In North Carolina, which is awesome.
Yeah, right.
North Carolina, you're right. Yeah, he loved in Greensboro, right? Mm-hmm.
No, it was down the road from here. It's about 40 minutes from here.
Wow, what a liar you are.
Well, no, that's cool because we'll just have to come down and find
You can't prove it.
True. We're gonna have to go on the tour to try and find it.
I will go on that tour. I will be all about going to that.
I'll take you on tour.
I love that. Kathleen's like, oh, welcome to the insanity, Rick Ray.
Rick Ray.
She changed it to Ray Rice. Yeah, welcome, dude. I mean, if furries are your thing, great. Just leave the real cats alone.
Oh, he does.
First of all, I don't touch real cats or any animals. We protect animals on the Scene Snobs and women and children and the whole nine.
Yep.
We're very protective. Now, I'm not into furries, but you put Taylor Swift in a cat costume, and I'm all in.
This is why you're going over this cat stuff. I get it now. It's Tuesday, so it's Furs Day for you, huh?
Oh, look at that guy. It's actually, no, I'm not into whole furries. It's more just a mascot head thing.
Listen, I hate to break this to you, Paul, but that's a t-shirt now. Can't type laughing too hard. We have that effect on people.
Mm-hmm.
Ray says the Duel, that
yes,
was the best of King of that era, for that era. What Duel? The truck. That's a Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg was Duel. Yeah, because the Maximum Overdrive was the Stephen King, which is personal favorite, not a good movie. But sorry,
AC/DC.
You get AC/DC, but he kills children with a Coke machine.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
dude. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Kids trying to outrun it and zigzag, and they're just shooting out everywhere, chasing it like a
kid's riding his bike down the street. And he knows his whole family's dead. And the lawnmower is chasing after him. If that's not coke, that's like inspiring.
No, it is. How can you not outrun a meat cutter that's attached to the wall?
Yes.
She's like, oh, it's going. Oh, it's going.
Oh, I do want to add up. He says he thinks King wrote Duel. He might have actually.
He might have written Duel.
I did not want to take that away from you.
One of the things I also love from that era of Stephen King was a lot of his earlier ones, more Christine, Misery, things along those lines.
Oh,
Paul,
Misery
were you a Stephen Kingite?
Ooh.
What's your favorite Stephen King movie?
The Shining.
Why do you feel bad about that?
I don't know.
Now, is it the one that he did with sci-fi?
So you don't have a favorite?
I like the Kubrick
King movie.
You have a favorite Stanley
Kubrick movie because that was clearly
okay. So Stephen King. That's a tough one.
Don't lie to us. We know what we're about.
Stand by.
I watched that today.
It'd probably be Children of the Corn.
Oh, okay. All right. I think that's strong.
Oh, that's what it was. Radar says it was filmed in Wilmington.
Wilmington.
Right.
Yes. Cool. Cujo was one of my favorites as well. Chris Sales just brought up Cujo. I loved Cujo. That scene with the kid in the car and the mom and the dog outside barking and going nuts was oddly way scarier in the book than it was in the actual movie. Like in the book, I was terrified. I was like, I don't want to keep reading this. I'm done. I'd rather go back and reread Misery at this point.
Which is pretty bad.
For 10-year-old me, I'm like, no, give me the crazy chick who's a nurse.
Right.
I'll escape from that.
I do want to say...
it's like when we were talking about the Mist the other day. Or you guys were talking about the Mist the other day, and I was commenting, and it was just like, oh...
I do want to say to Ray real quick. So it was Richard Matheson who wrote Duel. And actually, check him out. He wrote a lot of really cool stuff. So that's it. That's all. The shows that go completely haywire are my favorite.
Welcome.
Every episode.
Hello.
Clearly, Paul jumped in and was just Scene Snobs Interstate Tour needs to happen.
Yeah.
If you can book it and we get paid, I'm in.
Hell yeah. Don't even pay us. Just give us.
Fire up the minivan and go.
Just give us enough money so that we can get like roadside places, some attractions. Like we got to be able to stop by the largest ball of twine.
You just want to meet Casey in person to solidify your man love, John?
Yeah, there's not a darn thing wrong with that,
I was
John.
going to say, what about me? Do I get
nothing
no
wrong with that.
love?
You get all the love. Everyone else who doesn't love me loves you. It's mostly you.
You know what it is with Casey, though, is Casey promised every viewer that he would have a certified hug for us if we got to meet him in person and we watched the show.
I'm not doing that.
I'll wear a mask. I'll wear a face shield.
And also, you look at these. They're ready, man. They're ready. This whole area right here.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Arms wide open.
I'm not doing that. I didn't do that before COVID. I'm not doing that after.
What if I just sneak attack, like just?
Yeah. Oh, I do. Yeah. Don't worry. All the time.
Yes. I'm going to say this to Chris. Cujo was one. Cujo is a weird one because when we put Ramrod down on my family dog who we loved, and we didn't do it just to do it. He had cancer. We loved that dog. I watched Cujo that night. I don't know why, but I had a calling to watch Cujo.
Well, it's better than Old Yeller.
Right. Yeah.
Everything's better than Old Yeller.
Well, I mean, valid. It was also just a bad movie. So,
fun fact: Misery was the original.
Yes, it was, Chris. Yes, it
original
was.
Footloose.
Although I wish Kenny Loggins had done a Misery version. That would have been way cooler.
John,
I tell you what,
with you, John.
the worst decision my parents ever made is we had to put down our family German Shepherd because she just wasn't okay. She was blind and deaf and just couldn't go to the bathroom. It was the first time.
Latin.
So
that's a callback to the last episode.
They watched A Dog's Purpose after putting down their dog because they didn't realize how that.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
Right.
So wait. When they did that, did they go find other dogs to try hope that your dog transferred to a new dog? Because that's what that movie is.
Right.
or it could be like get inspired and watch Milo and Otis because there's a couple scenes where they were actually chucking dogs off of a hill. Just throwing bugs in the air.
That is like one of the most horrific movies ever. And when I heard this, like,
the ASPCA assaults.
I love animals, and I don't want any harm to come to animals. Mm-hmm. When I heard the story, they were literally just throwing pugs off of the mountain. Right.
And did you say it was something like 20 plus animals, Casey? I know you guys talked about it, and you gave a number.
Oh, yeah, what Milo and Otis did? Yeah,
oh my
God,
ridiculous. Did you really go that far back and listen to our shows?
Yes.
I love you.
I know.
I love you guys.
You can have a hug. You can have a hug. I like warm hugs. We'll go to John.
Oh, I got one here for you.
No, we got to go to John. And then I'm going to hug John from the outside. And we're both hugging, but I get the butt part.
Wait, were you going to hug John from the inside?
Okay, I'll hug him from the inside. Then you hug him from the outside, and you get the butt part.
So you get to be the caboose.
Oh, yeah. See? We're planning this. It's going to happen. In our Michigan tour.
Yeah, this is the Michigan.
The Michigan leg.
There's going to be some really weird stuff in Michigan, baby.
Ray Rice is my brother's best friend growing up. Ray Rice is, we call him Trav. Trav is awesome. We're friends, but that's my brother's best friend because they're watching right now, too.
Sweet.
Why did you ruin this for me?
No, it's okay. It's actually made it
better. I didn't ruin it. It did make it better.
Not abuser of women, so I feel pretty good. That jumped it up.
I wanted the Ray Rice that clearly knocked out a woman on an elevator.
Okay, Sam.
We don't know. Hey, no.
No.
Unless Sam is going to punch you in the mouth, and then let's just not punch anyone. Let's hug. Why did we get off the hugging?
Let's not
trains and hugs, y'all. Trains and hugs. That's what our first tour is going to be named. Trains and Hugs. The Scene Snobs Trains and Hugs tour.
It's happening.
I like that.
Write it down.
I'll put you guys up in Greensboro. You guys still need to come down here.
So our whole tour is in my minivan, driving around with like sandwiches and a cooler,
yes,
and some sodas,
yes,
going to our friends' houses,
yes,
that actually watch the show, and then hope that we can get far enough to get to the West Coast and watch a sunset.
Exactly.
I got you.
Get hugs along the way, so it's like Fandango.
See, and I can detail your car before you travel out there. It'll be brand new. It'll look shiny, brand new truck.
Jimmy Starr, the man Jimmy Starr, and the man Ron Russell. We need a place to stay in our California leg. So you got to invite us up to Palm Springs.
It's cool because I can at least go bother my sister. I'll just stand outside of her apartment building and yell, "Amanda!" I'm sure she'll love that.
Come down. Let us see. Make Sean check IMDb for Dog Deaths before I'll agree to watch movies.
Yeah, no, you should.
You should watch Milo and Otis.
No, you shouldn't.
Wait, no. Check for the Dog Deaths.
Okay, yeah. You
must actually see the bugs go.
Oh, you want to see them die, Kathleen? Okay, well that's a little twisted, but God love you. Oh, do you? I support you, girl.
I hate Dune. She loves Milo and Otis. It's such a weird combo, but we make it work.
Are you going to give the new Dune a chance now that you said Dune?
Yes, I will. I try to give everything a chance.
A chance to crap on it.
No, I have not really crapped on a new one. I have not really. I kind of crapped on a new one. Not that much. Not that much. I'm gonna watch it. I'll see it. I'm gonna try and go in with no preconceived. It's fucking boring though, man.
Well, look, it's gonna be long. It's Dennis Villeneuve, so it's gonna be
the books were what? 8 books?
I mean, they're only gonna do the first one. That's all you need to do is the first Dune. And there's so much story packed in there, and the idea of trying to figure out that this planet is worthwhile and building the universe building and everything you have to do. It's a lot to chew, man. So I understand it's going to be a lot to put in there, but we're talking Timothy Chalamet, who's fantastic. I mean, I loved him in The King. I thought he was really good. I've really
I did see The King.
Bautista is going to be in that, which is great. We've got who else?
Jason Momoa.
That's the guy. I almost called him Jason Samoa because I'm
Josh Brolin's in it. There's a lot of people in it. Listen, I like the director. I like the filmmakers behind it. Ridley Scott's behind it. I enjoy that. Or is he?
No, it's Dennis Villeneuve.
No, I know he's not.
Oh, it's a Ridley Scott film.
Might have been producing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I may be right. I may be wrong right there. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna check it out, see what it's like. Although I did like the books. And I'm not a sci-fi guy.
And those books are hard to read, man. Frank Herbert is not a great author. Like, he has some cool story he gives you.
Right.
But it's a lot. It's dense, man. You got to chew through that. You need a big old cup of milk to watch that thing down every bite.
I like books. And that's when I say sci-fi guy is in terms of books, not take movies out of it.
And he just finished Clifford. So, we're getting him up there. He's starting to read the big books.
What color is he?
That dog got so big. He got so big, and I loved it. And he was red, and he was playful. You know who didn't love it because he didn't die? Kathleen.
Oh, wow.
Well, I thought the latest Clifford was that he died.
I'll try.
They changed his color, something more neutral.
Exactly.
I'll try the new Dune for one reason: Jason Momoa.
Yep. Because Jason Momoa, and you know what? I like Jason Momoa as the eye candy. I understand he's the eye candy. I get it.
I like him as an actor.
He's decent as an actor. He's not great, but he's decent. No. He's totally passable, and he's a fun dude, and he's a good person. So yeah, I support him.
I love him.
Good-looking actors. I'm still gonna say Paul Rudd.
Well, Paul Rudd's one of the tops, man.
All right, summer's over.
The tip tops. No, it's not.
Whoa,
summer's not over.
We're pumpkin spicing.
We're
according to you. Wait, no, you
fall.
You said,
but the summer of Rudd does not stop until the 21st, which is the official first day of fall. So we still have. That's terrible. 7 days. All right, I can math. I 7 days left.
Yes. Yeah. But the whole point, everything we've been playing up to for this, is not come to fruition. So I'm gonna leave it a secret until that 7 days is up.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still trying.
Oh no, I'm still trying too. Both of us are really working on the Summer of Rudd, and we will have a major update on that after finishing our Summer of Dunn interview. So,
Summer of Dunn. Done and Done. That's the title of the episode.
The Fall of Paul.
No. So the first episode, I'm gonna cut this into two, is Done and Done. And then the second episode is going to be
We're not
quite done yet.
Not quite done yet. Yes. Yes.
So there you go. Thanks to Nick, I'm now going to be the podcasting girl that hates puppies. I'm going to go cry.
Whoa, no one said you hated
no,
puppies.
Kathleen, no. Whoa. Nobody
We don't
said
think you
hated
hate puppies. That's
I think you hate
outrageous.
every animal.
No, we didn't say that
Oh,
either. We were just
sorry.
saying you like to see them die,
In
which is a
movies.
differently twisted thing. It's totally
Yeah.
not like a negative thing. Like, I mean, no one thinks you hate puppies.
I mean, it could be the new.
You probably love puppies and you love seeing their demise. Look, I hate to each their own. Trains.
It could,
Am I right? Like, don't get me started on
Cat
gondolas.
Taylor Swift.
Woo!
Cat Taylor Swift.
Like, man,
Listen.
harder than Chinese arithmetic right
You
there.
want
Oh,
to
man.
ass? I want to train up Cat Taylor Swift's ass. Not real Taylor Swift. Leave her alone.
And not a real train.
Girl's an American.
More like a Lionel set.
And Kathleen, you want to see puppies die?
Oh, yay! Everyone's got a thing.
It's a thing.
We're not here to judge. We
Don't
love
cry.
you.
You are
Judgment
not.
free.
And you-
Kathleen
you
is
love
the
everybody.
best.
If someone makes you cry, they should be punished. So let's go find out who made Kathleen cry. That's what we're going to do. That's the next part of this episode.
And John Ross says, I'm married to a monster. Which is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I thought he was going to say we no longer have any house pets because of her.
That's awful.
Kathleen watches Babe, and then when he goes, "That'll do, pig, that'll do," she turns it off and is like, "That's right, bacon, that'll do." And that's how that movie ends for her.
That's where she's done with it. She's like, yep.
I'm kind of the person that apologizes to spiders when I kill them. And John gets to sleep. And this horror movie fall show turned into a nightmare for many.
I'm having a ball. Like, this has been great. See,
I
and yeah,
started-
Kathleen, I don't actually apologize to spiders, but I do try to talk to them and bring them outside. So I feel your pain.
Well, Kathleen kills the spiders because she saw Charlotte's Web save that pig. And she's like, I'm going to kill all spiders so all pigs die now.
Well, because after reading
Oh.
Animal Farm, I'm sure she would just thought that. Like, probably read Animal Farm at like 6 at a tender age, thinking it was an exciting kids book.
You were so
And
happy when
instead-
that capitalist horse died, weren't you?
Sided with
See, I
the
thought
dumbest-
spiders was like a metaphor for
communism.
something.
Spiders was a metaphor for
I apologize
fascism.
when I kill a spider. Like, oh, okay.
I love it.
Spider was his uncle. Like, all right, it's fine.
So which spider are you killing? Spider Babe?
Oh, man.
And we brought it all the way back around. And with that, I think we're going to end things.
All right.
So,
Well, I think to wrap it up in conclusion, we have managed to figure out that Kathleen
love bacon, and that's okay. 'Cause we love bacon
you can
too.
kill pigs because they're made of bacon, and you can feed them trash like apples, and they make something amazing like bacon. So,
Oof.
which technically, according to a study that just came out from Oxford, that eating a piece of bacon takes.
Wow, I should be dead.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm alive.
How
Like
am
a
I-
double cheeseburger's like 8 minutes. It was terrible.
am I
I'm
supposed
bad.
to
That plus
am I gonna be
cigarettes, it take like
1,000
20
years
minutes
old?
off. I should
What's that, bro?
I should not exist after cigarettes too. I shouldn't
yeah.
exist right now.
Oh, yeah,
you
I'm done.
gotta quit smoking.
Oh, toast.
You gotta
Yeah.
quit smoking.
Yeah.
I'm 3 days away from my 3-year anniversary of quitting.
That's awesome.
Quit the smoking, man. Do it.
Yeah.
But that's how I met Casey, though. Something
I
bad
don't care.
about something
I
good.
don't want you
I'm
to
just
die.
saying.
We need viewers in 20 years.
I need to be
I mean,
here in
it's-
20 years, bro.
It's set up to auto pay. You're gonna keep me no matter what.
And now to our sponsors.
That was beautiful.
Quick announcements. Okay, so actually, real quick. Holy
Good
crap.
call, Kathleen.
Yes, holy quick. What did she say? Pigs are good.
Good way to get rid of dead bodies.
That's true.
Or living bodies
I
who
saw
need to be dead
Hannibal.
fast.
Who said 62?
And that Turkish is why you never trust a man with a pig farm.
No, you didn't. You said 75. I remember.
65
was radar.
Radar.
Radar 1.
Oh, 69. Right? Nice radar. Is that 69?
Right.
Because that's like, like doing it with your mouth hole.
Because if I go by 69,
right?
then Jason.
Finley just-
no. Radar. Radar. You win. You win the horror movie pillowcase.
Woo, radar!
I will get-
Congratulations, buddy.
I'll get with you on Instagram to get the. But remember, everybody, make sure you are making scare videos
Scare videos
on and posting them on social media
all over.
and tag.
Oh, yes.
have to
Tag
Scene
the
Snobs.
shit out of
Oh,
the
yes.
Scene Snobs.
And the one
Oh, I'm
you
going
love,
to.
we're going to make sure whoever gets this.
Just that's the one right there.
Halloween
Because
2
look it's got Laurie Strode. It's got the best final girl ever. And I will fight over that. That's going to be a debate as well.
We'll bring it back. We're going to do
that
a lot more horror talk to do. I will say this, guys. Again, you can check us out on Radio Free Hub City every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for your lunch break. You can check us out on Helium Radio Network every Sunday. Venue TV, we haven't come out yet.
Oh, okay. We are on that one. Okay.
No, it's good. We just haven't premiered yet.
Fair.
So I will let everybody know then when we get there, but we are going to be on Venue TV. Helium Radio Network, we are on Sundays, 12:30 p.m. Eastern on Untethered Radio. Go check us out there. So with that being said, check out the Scene Snobs merch store if you're interested. We also have a Patreon membership. We do a giveaway for all of our Patreon members. This month, I don't have it on me. It is a regular full-size poster of A Nightmare on Elm Street. So if you are interested, we will be picking one of our lucky Patreon winners, sometime in the next week or so.
In the eventual time.
And then we will let you know on one of the future episodes this month.
Later.
I don't have dates in front of me.
Why?
It will be on a Tuesday. I'll tell you that.
Bingo.
So with that being said, if you do want to join, go over to the Scene Snobs Patreon. It's $5 a month, and then you are entered in there as well. With that,
Paul, do you have anything you want to throw out there? Any goodbyes?
He's going to finish off.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to make sure that we don't have any more of our stuff.
Are we talking about my amateur script night or later? That's later. We'll do that.
That's
later.
on the tour.
Okay. Yeah, that's on the tour. Right.
Okay, Paul, finish this off.
Get it done. I just want to thank you guys for letting me come on. It was really awesome to be on and made this birthday absolutely stellar. 30 was really easy. I was really freaking out about it, and my brother came into town to spend it with me, which was really awesome because he lives in Idaho, not Iowa.
Oh wow!
Whoa, you guys love
and
your
Idaho,
then
we all the hoe.
Right. And then with this too, it's just been a really great birthday. So I really appreciate you guys having me on, even though I might have made it a little crazy for this one, but I'd love to come back on whenever you guys want, and thank you guys a lot.
Of course, brother. We'll have you back on for sure. Next week, we do have Kingsley Jefferson from Main Street Cinema coming on the show.
The Kings.
And then we are going to get Paul back on because especially we're amping up with horror movies. So stay tuned. We will get with you guys soon.
Maybe try to do we might look into doing a special podcast maybe for special horror stuff.
Well, yes.
Maybe,
I put the word out on that too.
Okay, good.
So I'm waiting to hear back. And once we do, I'll make the official announcement
Awesome.
of possibly either way, we're going to do a live Halloween show.
Yes.
But I'm waiting to hear back on a location.
Where we might be doing that show. Ooh, not your dong.
No.
Not in your pants. There.
In your
upside
wall? Down chair?
How would it be in your wall? I don't know. You're confusing me, Paul. I don't know.
Sam,
It's how I clean. I just everything off the floor.
Yeah, seriously, Sam, he's hammered. Take care of him.
I do want to say from us to you, Paul, happy birthday.
Thank
Welcome
you guys.
to 30.
We love you, buddy. Congratulations.
Love
Triple
you
X,
guys,
baby. Woo!
Mick does Paul Dunn. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Hey, this is where we started. Listen to the last episode.
Yeah, right?
Anything you want to add?
Nothing. Just to make sure to be kind to each other. We love and appreciate y'all.
All right. Love you, Len.